Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode in the Dice Tower's continuing coverage of GAMA 2018 from Reno, Nevada. I'm Chaz, and I'm joined this time by AJ from Van Ryder Studios.
Yes.
Van Ryder Games.
Yes, Van Ryder Games. Thanks
Excellent.
for having us.
Oh yeah, thanks. I understand that you have some kind of interesting, kind of slightly different things to show us.
So we've got a couple upcoming products I want to talk about.
Okay.
This out here on the table is called the Big Score.
Okay.
This is sort of the bare bones cards I wanted to give everyone sort of a look at, but it's basically a heist game inspired by movies and films like Ocean's 11, Italian Job, things of that nature. So the way the game works is it actually plays out over 2 acts. So the first act, you're completing these small jobs, and the way you're doing that is it's a drafting game in the first act. So 2 to 6 players will be drafting around the table, and they'll be drafting these different crew cards. So you can see here on each of these cards, they have a different crew requirement, okay? So you'll have a hand of cards after the draft, and you will allocate the cards to the different jobs.
Okay.
The way you do that is you have, there'll be a 1 through 6 token, so you'll know which job is which, and you have your own tokens. So you'll take what I want to assign to job 2, and I'll put my 2 token on top of it.
Okay. For the card face down?
Right, the cards will be face down for that, and then I'll put a 2 there. Maybe I want to send some others on job 4, so I'll put a 4 there. And that's all hidden from each other, okay? So once everyone's done with that, we will all kind of go down the line and we'll go, hey, who went to rob the art gallery, job 1? And I'll go, I did, and you'll say, oh, no, I didn't. Maybe player 3 did. And we will all flip over our crew cards. If we have enough crew between us to satisfy the requirements, we will all get the payout.
Okay.
So your job is to try to figure out what people are going to try to go on and get in for the least possible amount of crew. Or maybe there's a specific job, maybe you're collecting diamonds, which get more valuable the more you get. You may want to make sure you get that done, so you send a bunch of crew to that one.
Okay.
So there's this sort of element of trying to figure out what are people going to do versus what do I need to do, personally.
Is there any kind of collaboration or negotiation beforehand?
No, so there's no discussion. It's not cooperative because that actually takes away a lot of the tension of trying to figure out who's going to go to what job.
Yeah.
There's also the really neat thing called the jack of all trades. So if we went on the art gallery and we were 1 crew short, we each have a token we can use each round. We're going to put our hands under the table, and you're going to decide to keep the token in your hand or not.
Okay.
And we'll both put them out and go. So if I think you're going to use yours, then I'll try to save mine to hopefully use on a later job. So in that sense, you can kind of talk a little bit and use the meta and get in their head. And that creates some really cool moments. Like if 4 people are in that position, everyone's like, oh, someone else is surely going to do it. And you all put your hand out and they're all empty, then no one gets it.
Because just 1 is needed, but anyone who uses it loses it?
Yep, so if all 4 people use it, the job succeeds, but they don't get that back until the next round.
That's a nice
So there's 3 rounds of that. And then you move to the second half of the game, which is the big score, the robbing of the vault. So I actually have a prototype here of the box with no art, but it's very easy to assemble. So you just put the base in, and it'll fold over like this, and there's a magnet, so it just snaps shut. Instead of a bag, we all have chip pull games where you pull out of a bag. This creates this awesome table presence in the middle of the game, and you're all going to be in the vault pulling tokens out. Okay. And there's going to be a cops track in the middle of the table. So if anyone pulls a cop token, it goes on the cops track. Okay. So think ink and gold, right? Yep. Like you're sort of pressing your luck to try to get as much as you can. But if you're in the vault when the last cop shows up and you get busted, you lose everything from the vault. Now you still get your stuff from the first half, but it's unlikely to win unless you sort of made it out of the vault.
You need that big score.
Yep. So, and then at that point, you kind of count up the scores, and whoever has the highest score wins.
That is really neat, and that is going to be like printed to look like a big vault.
Oh yeah, this will be decked out, and you guys can use your Dice Tower magic to put some bank graphics here. No, I'm just kidding. No, we'll take care of that. There will be yes, bank graphics on that. It'll look like the Centennial City Bank.
Cool, neat. So where is this in the stage of development?
So we just wrapped the Kickstarter a week or two ago. We're actually going to have late pledges going up soon. So you can check our website for that, for anyone interested in that. And this is our planned Gen Con release.
Excellent.
So the plan is to have this at Gen Con be available, and then it'll go into distribution.
Nice. I'll be keeping an eye out for that. Oh, and when it does hit distribution, what's the estimated price point?
So the MSRP is going to be $49.99. There's a lot of cardboard. There's over like 300 tokens to support all the cash and all the other special pieces that you get, and then all your allocation tokens. So each person gets a boss board. So I'm sorry I don't have the
it's
full
early.
thing
It's
here.
early, very early.
Well, I have it, but it's needed in the booth. So I kind of took enough to be able to show it, and we have a lot of information out there on our website.
I understand that that's not all. You had something else kind of interesting that you wanted to show too.
Yes. So I'm gonna unfold this just so we can get that out of the way. But yes, so we are going to be doing a line of game books. We're calling graphic novel adventures. Okay. Now we're licensing these from a French company that has a whole line of these things, and I found these and I was like, oh my gosh, these things are absolutely amazing. How has no one done this? So you start the game by building your character, okay?
Ooh,
and each one of them is different. So we're doing 5 books. They're all different themed. We have a Western one. We have a sort of fantasy one where you actually get to play as a werewolf. There's a Sherlock Holmes one. So they're all the sort of same base system, but they're totally different experiences. So anyways, in this one, you get 20 points to allocate to your strength, your dexterity, and your will. As you go through, you may have a passage in the book, and this might not be one, but it'll say, if your dexterity is 7 or higher, go to this frame. If it's lower, go to this frame. Each of these graphics, I'm not sure, yeah, the camera's picking it up. You can see here, if you're in a room and you want to go through a door, you just look at the number above the door and you flip to that frame and you go there.
Oh, cool.
So there's no words on this frame right here, right? But you have lots of fun choices.
Yeah, you have just the decisions to make there.
There are the hidden number things that you've seen it in Seventh Continent where there's the hidden numbers on the cards. This has that. You may see a shelf of potions and you find a little 49 there and you go, ooh, flip to 49. You get a healing potion or something like that, right? Like, or you may find a book and it's, hey, flip to Annex D, if I can get it. And you get to read what's in the book.
Oh, cool. So there's there's even little Easter eggs and stuff in here too.
Yeah, it's a total adventure, amazing experience. Actually has a lot of replayability. I actually was thinking, okay, it'll be good, like a choose your own adventure, you kind of play through it and you're kind of done. No, like you can vary your character. There's gonna be so much you don't see in each run. It's kind of like Time Stories in that way where you'll die and you didn't win. And then you sort of, oh, okay, I need 8 dexterity next time, so I'm gonna choose that. You can tell I'm very passionate about these books, and the response here has been really great. We are actually doing a Kickstarter for the set of 5, our first set of 5 on April 2nd.
April 2nd.
So folks will be able to sort of jump on board early then, and we are actually turning these quickly and trying to have these available for Origins.
Oh wow, that is a super fast turnaround.
Yes, because they're books, it's a little bit faster production time than what we normally experience with board games.
So that is excellent. So Kickstarter April 2nd, hopefully aiming for a Origins, so that's June turnaround time. So that's right around the corner for all of that. If that goes well, are there plans to bring over even more of the books?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they have an entire line of these, and essentially, the moment we hit funding, we'll start the process for the next. We'll probably do them in batches of 5,
Neat.
And they're still coming out with new ones. So as they do those, we will grab them up and keep, as long as people want them and support them, we'll keep bringing them.
Awesome. Yeah. So just to recap, that's The Big Score. Yes. And also, just real quick, if someone goes to Kickstarter to search for that, what will they want to search for?
You're going to be able to find it under Graphic Novel Adventures. So that's the imprint we are using for this line of books.
Excellent. Cool. Thank you so much, AJ, for sharing this stuff with me. It's really intriguing looking, and I'm looking forward to seeing it as I get to the conventions later this year.
Absolutely.
Cool. In the meantime, thanks for joining us for this episode, and keep watching Dice Tower for more videos from GAMA 2018. See you then.